Life Club with Tashima Jones, the podcast, brought to you by Tashima Jones Media. Keep in mind that this content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Welcome to another session of Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. This is our conclusion episode of the Slow and Simple Living series. It's amazing how life will grant us opportunities to practice what we believe. And for the past few weeks, I've had to apply the very truths we've been discussing. I hope you have completed your life work since then. Today, we are focusing on having an expansive belief system and practicing what we have gained. As always, when we know the definition of a thing, we are better equipped to using it properly. Today's terms are expansive beliefs and practice. Expansive beliefs make up an attitude or mindset that believes in growth, increase, and the expectation of good, also known as hope. A person with an expansive mindset essentially believes that all things are working out for their good. Practice refers to putting into action. It is associated with performing an act repeatedly with the goal of acquiring or improving on a skill. What one practices becomes a habit, and how we believe impacts how we see our circumstances and the way in which we experience life on the inside. The challenge many people face is that they are practicing thoughts and behaviors that they do not desire. If a person is practicing limiting beliefs, especially for an extended period of time, they will inevitably be limited in productivity. This person may also experience a sense of restriction in their emotions and tension in their physical body. They may likely face challenges with thinking beyond the limiting thoughts altogether. This is why practicing expansive beliefs against the resistance of limited beliefs is vital for breakthrough. The beauty in practice is that it is a decision to do something separate and apart from the current circumstance. A lot of people wait for their inner and outer reality to change before they begin to think differently. But decision itself literally means to cut off all other options. It's not ignoring that there are other options, or in this case, pretending that certain circumstances don't exist. Decision in this setting means, in spite of the circumstance and previous thought patterns, a person decides to practice beliefs rooted in expansion. Practice and application starts with a decision. Upon making that decision, you then free yourself to set up the new state of mind. Wavering in making a decision is what oftentimes causes many to retreat back to limiting or old thinking and behaviors. Starting simple is key. We don't go from addition and subtraction to calculus overnight. The same is true with shifting our beliefs. Trying to consume new thoughts too quickly can cause more harm than good. Beginning with one word or one sentence as the core of your meditation is all you need to jumpstart an entirely new system of thought. If you've ever listened to our 1-minute meditations, you may have heard or read that meditation is not the absence of thought, but the ability to consider a thought long enough for it to become reality. It should be understood that practice is not necessarily how much of a thing you do, but how often you do the thing. Little by little, you begin establishing new habits, which are ultimately the result of new thinking. So, you already know, practice starts now. Here is your life work. Consider your mindset and how expansive you think. Set aside at least 10 minutes to reflect on the following. Think about your stream of daily thoughts. Would you say your thoughts are more limited or expansive? Is there a fear of expecting good experiences? If so, discover the reasons or events that have influenced limited thinking. Then decide if you would like those thoughts to continue to influence how you think today and going forward. If you have an expansive belief system, journal the wins you have experienced along the journey. For the next 3 days, focus on previous wins and how those experiences can positively impact your journey of slow living. And last but not least, make a decision to be intentional about practicing living slowly, regardless of contrary thoughts, feelings, or circumstances. Put into practice the idea of what it's like to live in rest mode. In addition, read Addicted to Busy and How Not to Be on TashimaJones.com. It's a quick article and can be read in about 3 minutes. It speaks about low power mode, activities, rest, and more. And as always, be sure to journal your experience. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you were here with me, and for that, I am truly grateful. Be sure to share and subscribe to this podcast on whatever platform you are tuning in from, and find me on YouTube at Tashima Jones Media for our 1-minute meditations and other video content. You're also invited to visit TashimaJones.com for life coaching sessions, books, articles, courses, and free downloads. Until next time, remember your greatness. Talk soon.